Kind of a short little TLDR, there is a new website called thetruthlies.com. You can open it up.
Whoa.
It is a television, and on that television there, you got some little buttons, right? So you can hit the buttons, you can turn up and down the volume, you can go through the channels. It shows little teaser videos on each one, and it's kind of like what's going on in the world around this time, which is Black Ops 6 is going to be based in the Gulf War era. So it's these cute little, really well done videos.
And then Activision, you did it again.
They do it
Their
every
marketing
year.
department is just S tier. This is such a cool website, dude. Activision devs do not play their own game.
3,000 devs can't figure out how to add a reconnect feature to a AAA title, I guess. I don't know.
Because Infinity Ward doesn't tell their consumers anything.
Maybe that'll take some of the sweats away from Shoot House.
You can cope about that for sure.
Thanks for tweeting, at least. Thanks for doing more than Infinity Ward has done. They just keep tweeting about the soccer bundles in the store.
Things that are bad. We've got a couple words. Why don't you pick it off, Tanner?
This is going to be a longer section than the first part you guys heard.
Change it, obviously, of course. We are live, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty Podcast, episode number 428. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. Today I'm joined by Tanner. How's it going, bud?
Hello.
And today we're going to try something different, diffy. We're going to do our announcements at the end of the episode, so don't be alarmed. Hang in there. It's going to be okay. And today we have some things to talk about. We've gotten our blog post that we've alluded to last week that we were going to get.
Yeah, they did it.
And now we know we did it. Yeah, and now we know what we can expect, at least for the launch of Season 4. Though, perhaps not everything we'll be getting, particularly at mid-season and beyond that, between Season 4 and 5. There might be some surprises. We will see. But starting off here, we've got some link to get into. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we have the patch notes.
Click that link, man.
So there, yeah, no patch notes today. However, we're just going to get right into this blog post. So here is the blog post, Season 4, May 29th, which is, I believe, next Wednesday.
It is next Wednesday at, I believe, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Pacific time, yes. So nice and early. And we've gotten our little roadmap here. And just doing a little quick peruse. Let's see what catches my eye. Starting with the Warzone buyback solos. That's always fun.
Yeah, and I wish it were more than solos, though.
Yeah.
I wish it just simply said buyback BR, because that's a fantastic mode. And if it's only going to be solos, that sucks, man. That is like a fan favorite mode. That is definitely like a top 3 LTM type mode for us, for sure.
Oh, that was
a really fun one. Yeah, we love that on Caldera. That was great.
I feel like the last time we had it was Caldera. Actually,
I guess now, honestly, it's just far less important since you come back all the time, anyways. Like Caldera, it was actually, if you died, you would take a little bit longer, or it would take a little bit longer to be bought back, you know. So if you kept that money to immediately respawn, but I guess the game is buybacks is basically already built into the game, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, I don't know. I'd be surprised if we only got solos for the whole season, but we'll get into more details as we go through this. What else catches my eye here? Bunkers update. Okay. Unlimited tac sprint boots. Don't get too excited, because that sounds really interesting, but oops, we'll get into it. POI update in season is going to be cool. A public event. Some weapons in season, whatever. The qualifiers for the World Series of Warzone, which I think is right now live, in fact.
They went live yeah, what is that then? Because this says in season of Season 4. So what is the World Series of Warzone playlist we have right now?
That's a good question. It is like the official World Series of Warzone rule set. It's on Urzikstan. It's trios. Player counts 102. That's what I read today when I was looking at the playlist. before
Okay,
not
so it's
queuing
just
for
practice, basically.
I
Okay.
guess, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not
I guess
really
I
sure.
think that's what they did last year. Now that I think about it, it just went live early.
Yeah. So okay. And then what else catches my eye here for multiplayer? We got some new maps. That's cool. DOS Gross actually looks kind of dope. Headshots only mode. That's pretty cool, actually, in season as a multiplayer mode. Hyper Cranked also sounds pretty interesting.
Ooh, yeah.
We first saw Cranked in recent memory anyway, in MW 19, and it was really fun in that game.
It played so well in that game. I loved Crank in MW 19.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting to see. That would actually go bonkers in this game, because this game already has fast movement, way better movement than like MW 19 did, especially early on. So that'll be curious to see what that's going to be all about. And then let's see, some new perks, some new kill streaks. Nothing looks super crazy
kill
there.
Streak, yeah.
A DNA bomb, huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's gonna get your DNA, man.
It's gonna give me radiation poisoning, I guess. And then we got some new weapons. I see a marksman rifle, and it looks like an SKS to me. What does that look like to you?
That's a Car 98.
Which is what I said.
That's for sure exactly what you said, yeah.
Yeah. And the Superi 46 looks like a little
Superi.
SMG AR, maybe a hybrid kind of deal. And then a Reclaimer 18 looks like a shotgun in season, so that'll be interesting. And then Tagilla's hammer as well in season. Wow, might be the first melee weapon I actually use. That's
yes, another sledgehammer. Yeah,
that's pretty much it. That strikes my eye. I mean, the critical countdown event, that might be a reveal event for Blops 6. We'll see. Anything else on this little roadmap strike your eye?
Sure, it's got to be something to do with that. Yeah. I mean, we'll get into the rest, so not really. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll get into the details for all of it.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into the details, but that was just a quick look at the roadmap. Let's see what we got. So, massive intel drop: Call of Duty, MW3, Warzone, and Warzone Mobile. Okay. Complete Season 4 intel. It's not going to be complete, by the way. A bunch of it's going to be redacted, calling it now. Get gassed up for MW3 Season 4. Stop. So they write a lot of words, big words. Words are intimidating and reading is difficult. So we're going to skip all of that. Multiplayer maps. Here we go. 3 brand new Core 6's maps. This is probably Tokyo, judging by the kanji all around. Looks like...
And it says Tokyo, yeah. Actibase, look at that.
Yeah, Actibase, yeah. Looks colorful, looks pretty. Don't know how visible that map's going to be. But, okay.
For this game, I'm not too worried about it. It looks really cool.
That's true, yeah. So it looks cool.
It reminds me of, and I will not be able to think of the name. Oh my god, what game was that even? Was that in Cold War? There was a map they added late where like inside of the map there was a little casino. It was like a mall or something. Was that in Vanguard? Are
you thinking of the BO4 DLC map, Casino?
No, I'm not. It doesn't matter. I'll never think of the name. But anyways, this looks like a cool little map. Cute, colorful, yeah.
It's also long. If you look at the overhead view here.
Oh, yeah, it is long.
It's long and narrow.
Map.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which could be good. Yeah. So that's interesting. Then we get in Paris. So that's coming at launch. We're also getting Paris at launch. Wow. Getting all the capitals, huh? Yeah. This map looks awful on these screenshots. I'm going to be honest. This map looks bad. And not fun. I don't know exactly.
Looks like an extremely basic multiplayer map to me. I think it looks pretty good.
I don't.
I mean, it's got a right lane, it's got a left lane, and the middle lane is a building. It looks like a pretty typical map.
2 buildings. Yeah.
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 Little middle. It reminds me a lot of like.
Go ahead.
Of like a museum kind of.
Yes, I agree. It does give me
maybe just like the colors
vibes.
Or something like that. I don't know, but
yeah, it's going to depend, I guess, on how well inside of the buildings plays, because that's where most of the action is going to be happening. So maybe it's not going to be that bad, but I don't know. I just don't get a good vibe from it. But anyway, they say this is medium-sized. They also said Tokyo is medium-sized, so we can expect that. Then we're getting some things mid-season. So this is Incline. Is this just a remaster?
No.
Man, what is
Isolated
that one?
research outpost in the mountains of Urzikstan.
This reminds me of a Vanguard map that got added mid-season. And it even had the gondola, and it was snowy. But they don't give us an overhead map for this map. Interesting. Could be fun, though, I guess. Hard to say, based on these screenshots. Summit vibes.
This one looks like it could have a weird layout. It looks like there are a lot of smaller buildings, kind of. Not loving how it's kind of like a snowstorm. I like the vibe, but looks a little maybe dark some areas, a little foggy. But yeah, not too sure about that one. I think the first two maps will be good, Tokyo and Paris. This one, not too sure about. But again, that's coming mid-season. Yeah, normally I agree with you. I don't like a bunch of small buildings in a multiplayer map. But Summit kind of had that, and it played really well. That's true, yeah.
So it's possible to do it right. But they say this is medium-sized as well. Where are the small maps, man? There are none, I guess. The last one is Das Gross, which is just a reskin of Das Haus, which is a great map, small map. And it does look gross. Yeah, there's like entrails and blood everywhere. Yeah. And it is small sized, yeah.
It
and that's
looks like well. Stranger Things. Yeah.
Yeah, it does, actually. Not a good show, by the way. It's a fine show, but it's not good. Massively overhyped. One of the most overhyped TV shows ever, by the way.
Okay.
Oh my God, there's stuff from the 80s. Wow, this is so cool. Hey.
Okay.
Get over it. It's not that cool. It's whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so this is coming mid-season. By the way, these map variants, I kind of poo-pooed them. And I should add that to my list of dope words. Early on when they started doing this, because they kind of relegated all of them to their like dedicated playlist. So it's just a rotation of like the very cool reskins of maps that we already have. But like, I don't want to play Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed. I want to play, what I want to play. But I've come around on that mainly because they just sprinkle these variants into whatever you're playing now. Like I was playing small map Mosh Pit, and but you have to play TDM on that too. I know, but I'm working on weekly challenges. I'm playing small map Mosh Pit, but I got like 2 variants today, playing for like an hour and a half, and then I went to Warzone. But it was cool. Like
it's a nice little mix up.
Yeah. Yep.
Because even if it's a map you've played like this, playing it in one of like these different variations, it actually makes it seem so much different. And then even going from a normal map to then playing like this, where it's like colorful, it's like you're in a hellscape or something. It's something else interesting to look at, basically. It's a nice little change of pace for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they added that. That was sometime in season 3 when they decided to add those in. It might have been at Reloaded, but
I remember we covered it and we liked it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I actually experienced it. Probably more than today, but today I like explicitly noticed it. I was like, oh, dope. This is the reskin. So anyway, those are the maps. Nothing crazy there. Honestly, not that excited for any of these maps. I like small maps, especially late in the game's life cycle, because I'm only playing small maps if I can, because I have my weapon camo now. And if I'm playing multiplayer, if I'm playing COD, I'm playing Warzone, and if I'm playing multiplayer, it's to grind stuff out, so I play on small maps. But still, they don't look terrible, so we'll see how those go. Moving on, we're getting some multiplayer modes. So a lot of words, big words. We're getting demolition at launch. So they're saying one of the finest tactical game modes in COD is back. I don't know if I remember this. Let's see. So it's Respawn S&D.
It's the one where there are like 2 bomb sites, yeah, and it's
I see.
Yeah.
It's Respawn S&D, and it's not asymmetrical.
I don't know if we ever played much of it. See, it was season 3 of MW19. That was like right when Warzone was coming out. So honestly, I don't think we played much of it.
Oh, there is attacking and defending teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's asymmetrical. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I don't know who that's for. But okay. Hypercranked. Here's what I'm very excited about. This twisted spin on traditional TDM, okay, gets even more frantic with this hyper variant. For the uninitiated, Cranked pressures you into chaining kills, eliminating enemy opponents as often as you wish, but within a specific amount of time before a countdown reaches 0 or you'll explode. Is that how old Cranked was? Was it TDM only? I thought it was all modes.
Boy, yeah, I thought you could play. I thought it was a Cranked mosh pit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember.
I don't know.
Because I don't think we would have liked it as much if it was just TDM. But yeah, maybe I swear you could play it in hardpoint and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong.
Either way, this is what it's going to be here. Expect a faster reload, weapon swap, and quicker movement speed after your first kill. Points are awarded for every kill. You get kills and then you don't explode. How does Hyper Cranked up the stakes even more? Simple. You spawn into a match already cranked with the countdown running. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that better, actually.
I do too. Because it always felt weird.
Annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, because you would die when you're cranked and you'd respawn and you're slow again while everyone else is fast, so you get a kill.
Exactly.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This would be just perfect if it wasn't only TDM.
I agree. But even still, I think
for hardpoint,
because it forces you to get kills or explode, it'll at least force people to move, so it won't be as cancer.
Yeah, true. I agree.
So that'll be fun. I'll definitely try that. By the way, one thing I also tried in multiplayer, especially on the back of them ruining Tac Sprint, is the all-terrain boots. The new multiplayer perk where you can't Tac Sprint anymore, but you move way faster. That's what it said. And I'm thinking for multiplayer, if I'm playing small map mosh pit, like if I'm on shipment, I don't care about covert sneakers. Doesn't matter if they can hear my footsteps or not. So I might as well try it. And Tac Sprinting, I don't really care about that either. Again, on small map mosh pit, I probably don't want to be Tac Sprinting almost ever anyway to incur that disgusting Sprintifier penalty. So that might be worth trying. So I put it on. You do move considerably faster, like considerably faster. And if you pair it with commando gloves, you're sprinting very fast while reloading. If you have that combo, it's pretty nice, actually. It kind of feels like you're playing, like BO4 or some other Treyarch game that doesn't have Tac Sprint, but you move really fast, like faster than everyone else. It's not completely insane, but it's very noticeably faster. One thing I wanted to try with them was making like a straight ADS strafe build. I'm very curious how that would work, but I didn't try it. Like, I wonder if you would ADS strafe faster with all-terrain boots or with stalker boots. Hard for me to say. But I would encourage you guys to try those boots if you are, like me, mostly playing multiplayer on small maps to level guns or whatever. Because obviously you want covert sneakers on like a medium or big map or search or something.
You have to have them. Yeah,
you just have to. But like if you're playing shipment and stash house, it doesn't matter if people can hear your footsteps. So this is a fun little perk. I encourage you guys to try it. So anyway, moving on here, Hypercrank, that'll be cool. We're getting Havoc mid-season. We're getting Hypercranked at launch, but Havoc is mid-season. Let's see. Last seen in season 5 of MW2, Okay, so I was done by then for 4 seasons probably.
We played this in customs.
Multiplayer mode, did we? Inspired by classic arena shooter gameplay.
This is the one I'm pretty sure where like if you kill like the top person on the team, or am I thinking of a different mode? Let's see. Maybe this isn't the one I'm thinking of.
So you get a bunch of modifier. It's TDM and there's no kill streaks, and you get a bunch of little modifiers for your team as you get score in multiples of 12, I guess. So you'll get ammo feeder, auto reload after you kill an enemy, boots off the ground, low gravity, camera shift, third person mode, etc. Okay, so it's like that kind of goofy party mode. That's cool. Cool for customs. Yeah. And some fun little things in there. Not much else to say than that. Another one is headshots only, coming mid-season. It's pretty self-explanatory. Really good if you're still doing camo grinds, by the way. Headshots only. If you need headshots, that's a great playlist to do it, because you won't die to other people just aiming center mass against you. But yeah, not much else to say there. Playlist modifiers, all game modes at launch and in season. Look for playlist updates that indicate the presence, oh boy, of certain gameplay modifiers, like the minefield mode in season 3. Okay, hold on. Expect some playlists to have active kill streak or event-based modifiers, which may include one or more of the following. These will apply to any multiplayer mode you are currently playing within the playlist. Looping kill streaks. So that's self-explanatory. Earning kill streaks. So kill streak kills count towards your next kill streak.
Mm-hmm.
Kill streak cache. When a player's eliminated, they drop a cache containing a percentage of their earned kill streak progress. Okay, so if they had 4 kills in a row and you kill them, and their first streak is at 5, you just get 4 kills if you go pick that up. That's a cute little feature. And then critical countdown event items. During the forthcoming critical countdown event, which I suppose we'll get into, expect enemies to drop redacted in-game items that can be collected to more quickly progress the event. Okay. I was very worried reading this, but none of these modifiers are that bad, actually. So
it seems like those things again that they all want to test, like looping kill streaks, kill streaks counting towards your kills, stuff like that. Because the game worked that way at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting us ready for Black Ops 6.
True. Yeah, that they did all that in BO4. Not all of it, but the looping.
So okay, anyway. So just to confirm. So when it says, like, look for playlist updates that indicate the presence of certain modifiers. So does that mean, like, the playlist update for that week will say this is active in, like, every quick play filter? Or is this just a mode that you have to click on?
It applies to modes you can click on. So, for example, if you're queuing small map mosh pit, it might have the modifier looping kill streaks.
Got it. Okay.
Whereas like, what, I don't know, some other thing wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah. I think this is pretty cool.
I think it's cool, but because the modifiers are fun. Because one thing I wouldn't like to see, which they've done in Rebirth, which is why I'm worried about it, is that heavy armor event, for example. Like, we were playing Loaded Resurgence, and we got 2 heavy armor events in a row where everyone's time to kill just changed for the whole game. And like, if they add some goofy modifiers like that, that would be annoying. Like I don't know, in, a month, they're like, all right, we're adding the Juggernaut modifier to small map mosh pit where every player has 250 health. Or something, some other dumb modifier that like ruins a playlist. That would be pretty annoying. However, again, not that worried about it yet, because all of these modifiers would be totally fine and not game breaking.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye out on that, but I would be surprised if these were the only modifiers. for the rest of the season, but we'll see. So moving on, game modes, additional content in season and mid season. Okay. So they're going to do another Vortex Mosh Pit, which is all the reskin maps. Synthwave Sunset makes another LTM limited time appearance with the revamped return of Get High. So they're going to bring back that Get High playlist because it was really popular. Okay.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Cool.
And then finally, expect Mutation Mode to fully embrace the forthcoming Countdown event in a variety of surprising ways. So we haven't heard about the Countdown event yet. We'll get there, so we will see how that goes. Next is multiplayer ranked play intel launch window. We're not really going to cover this because it's going to be kind of the same thing it is every season. It's going to be handled extremely well. The rewards are going to be meaningful and cool. And it's probably going to be infested with cheaters at iridescent and above.
Correct.
That's pretty much how every multiplayer ranked play has gone because Activision's the publisher and Treyarch is the developer of ranked play. So it's developed extremely well, but there are cheaters everywhere. So yeah, once again, I mean, the rewards look sick. Well, actually they don't. I don't love that weapon camo. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's crying emoji, little weapon charm is kind of cute. But the operator skins are fantastic.
I love
as
that
always.
weapon charm, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great weapon
There's
charm.
a skin coming next season that the face is a big, like, creepy, morphed emoji.
A big
it's
old
in
emoji?
Here. It's creepy looking. It'll show
we'll
it
get
later.
into it for sure. So anyway, yeah. They go over the awards and all that, or rewards, blah, blah, blah. Okay. New perks and equipment. So here we go. Killstreak content rules the new perk and equipment features for season 4. Oh no. Oh, what, dude? Was it requisitions? There was a perk? I don't even know if it was called a perk. There's some perk-like thing that in Call of Duty. Oh man, what was the World War II COD?
World War II. World at War.
No, later than that.
COD World War II.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
No.
That's the one you're thinking of?
Is that the one where it was terrible at launch and then it was actually playable like 6 months later? It was called World War II. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that one. There was a perk in that game called Requisitions where if you die, it just doesn't matter and you're still earning killstreak progress.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you gave up a lot to take it. I don't remember what exactly, but real shitters would take this perk, and then their 3 kill streaks would be the most expensive ones. So you'd be playing shipment, dunking on the other team, and then some guy would finally get his 8th Claymore kill or whatever, and then he would just have a gunship because he couldn't earn one any other way, and it was super toxic. I'm a little concerned we're going to see something like that here, so let's see. The mission control vest will be in at launch. You get tactical lethal field upgrade gloves and 2 gear slots, so you don't get boots. So you can't get covert sneakers, so that's pretty big. And this is basically hardline. Reduces kills required by 1 and score required by 125 for kill streaks. So it's basically hardline. And also you earn 1 kill or 125 score for every 2 kill assists or crossfire assists. What is a crossfire assist?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. I was gonna ask you. So a kill assist, or what could crossfire assist be?
Oh, I think in free for all, if you damage someone and another person kills them, I think that's crossfire.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not an assist because your teammate didn't get the kill because you don't have any. So basically 2 assists, yeah. Okay. I'm not worried about that at all. That actually sounds terrible. Imagine giving up being silent always for a UAV costing 4 instead of 5. Or like, that's insane. So that's a terrible perk. Don't use it. And then the compression plate is a gear slot perk, and this is also coming at launch. Immediately regenerate health after a primary, secondary, or throwing knife star kill. Objective kit. So it's quick fix. It's quick fix, but you don't have to take the vest if you don't want to. You can now take a gear slot instead. That's actually pretty clutch.
Yeah.
And now we're at the stage of the game, which is what I was kind of hoping for at launch. And it was true to some degree at launch, where now that you can get the same effect from like 2 different perk slots, it really does almost feel like a pick 10 system. And it's like, there's a lot you could do.
Yeah, there's so many
Now.
variations. We did
Yeah.
talk about that a lot before the game came out. Yeah.
And now it's crazy.
Yeah, because we had 0 quick fix. We had no way of getting quick fix for 2 seasons, and now we're about to have 2 ways of getting quick fix. So that's cool.
That's very cool. And I might actually run this.
Yeah,
like
in
go
the
back
gear
to a
slot, that
vest.
could go pretty dang crazy, man.
Because a lot of vests have 2 gear slots too, yeah. And right now I'm running quick fix, but the only way to get it is the vest. And if you run the vest, you give up a tactical slot, which is not that bad, but maybe I can eke out something I want more by using a different vest, slotting this into the gear slot, so then I still get quick fix, and maybe I can get some other benefit I want more. That's really cool. I really like that. I just wish, this had all been at launch, because there was some degree of that, but way less than there is now. I actually like the redundant perks in different slots that give up different things. I think it's very interesting and very cool. So,
I agree.
Anyway, moving on there. A new kill streak, the Intelligent Munitions System, the IMS at launch. Costs 7 kills. It is loaded with smart explosives that eliminate enemy personnel and vehicles within range. When triggered, it will eject an explosive upward, which then locks onto its target and propels towards them. So it's like a Giga Claymore, basically. Or like a
It's
Giga
like a
Prox
cluster
mine.
mine. Cluster mine, prox mine, basically.
Yeah.
These could be a little toxic. I'm a little worried about those.
Yeah.
But with how many kill streaks there are 3 more being added that we're going to get to. And then the amount of kill streaks in the game already, it feels like. Not sure many people actually run this. But this could be pretty dang good on a very small map, yeah.
Yeah. It's actually better than a cluster mine because it doesn't waste ammo. Like, it's not gonna, there won't be an explosion unless it's gonna, like, unless there's someone there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that could be pretty toxic. Don't add this to the Warzone loot pool, please, by the way. Do not add this to the Warzone loot pool.
I don't think they will.
I hope not. But who knows? Maybe add this Rebirth only, since you guys love doing Rebirth only so much. Don't do that.
That'd be classic, yeah.
But that would be classic, yeah. So anyway. Another one coming at launch is called the Loitering Munition. This costs 8 kills. An unmanned rocket equipped drone, loiters over the targeted areas. On each activation, the drone selects the targeted location with the largest number of viable targets to bombard with rockets. Can be activated up to 3 times. So it sounds like it's like a what's the kill streak called where you select 3 different areas and then it does a bombing
That's like the
run?
normal airstrike one, but I don't think
It sounds like a better version of that.
Right?
Well, it just sounds like a better version of that. That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
The drone selects a targeted location. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you select something and do it. Yeah, because to me it was reminding me of one of the BO4 kill streaks, like the drone one. What was that?
Drone
one
Swarm?
called? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but maybe it's not like that, really. I guess.
He's got his little tablet open. You never had to do that.
Yeah, because that one is called a swarm of lethal hunter-killer drones that search and destroy enemy as well as air. Yeah, that one you just called in and it killed everything it could find, right? Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this you definitely call it in and aim it somewhere on the map, basically.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. I like the idea. And this, SAE, thank you, by the way, absolute. It's gone by many names, but that's one of them. It seems to me like, it's just like a better SAE because it'll actually like hunt people down once you select an area. It's pretty dope. And then we're getting a missile drone at launch as well. This is 11 kills. A small piloted drone controlled by the player that fires guided missiles. Wonder how many missiles it has. So it's like a hunter.
So this is like a
missile.
mini gunship. This is like a mini gunship that's probably a lot easier to shoot down, and it only has guided missiles, and you can't swap ammo types. So for 11 kills, that sounds about right. That seems pretty balanced.
Right. Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Right.
I'm a fan of that one.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
There you go, kids. If you can't join the Air Force yet, you can pretend to do it.
Yeah. You can get some practice. And then we're getting the DNA bomb at launch as well. This one I have no idea. So the number of kills is redacted. So they're going to make us wait till Wednesday to find out. Okay. Why redact this? Have they not decided yet? That must be why. That has to be why. Man. Okay.
They've definitely decided how many kills it's going to be.
I don't know, because why would you redact this and then give us all the other information? It's very weird. Whatever. The discovery of a DNA bomb, pop-off power in Urzikstan. I didn't read that wrong. I don't know I don't get it. Is a taste of the tremendous power that brings this brings to a multiplayer match. I did read that wrong. The tremendous explosion can be triggered by providing you've acquired enough consecutive kills without dying. Once you're granted the DNA bomb, you can detonate it, eliminating all players on the opposing team. Unlike the MGB, the DNA bomb does not conclude the match. Okay. So you press a button and everyone on the other team dies, but the match continues.
So what would that be? You think 20 kills, 25?
Not 25, no. Because 25 is the match-ending one. So I'm thinking somewhere.
Is it?
Like
I thought it was
20.
30 in this game. Is it 25 in this game?
Oh, I don't know. 25 or 30. I'm thinking somewhere.
I'm thinking
around
20 regardless. Though. Yeah, I bet it's 20.
Terrible, by the way. Not a good kill streak. You get 6 kills?
Yeah, you get 20 for getting 6, yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's got to be 20. 20 will make the most sense. Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, like, meanwhile, you can call in a Juggernaut on DOS House and get 100 kills with that. Like,
yeah, you'll survive the entire match.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think that's very good, but that's fine. Whatever. Don't run it. Next, Zombies overview. Psych. Let's see. And now Warzone overview. By the way, the zombie section was literally like 3 paragraphs.
There's a new rift, so a new area to go.
There's an unstable rift mid-season. And that's it, actually. Yeah, wow. Okay. Got it. Yeah, so now Warzone overview. So they do a content summary. It's too intimidating. Let's see. Oh, so Ashika Island is gone, by the way, come season 4. I don't know if you guys knew that.
It was in the notes to talk about later, but yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Yeah.
It's now it's the last week of it.
Yeah, I played a match of it today, actually. We'll get into that when we get there. So yeah, a lot of words, big words. Urzikstan bunker update on launch and in season. So we have a screenshot here of a couple little buds in hazmat suits, 3 different hazmat suit skins. I'm going to be honest, I like them. These are cool looking hazmat suits.
I love them. Why are they all in hazmat suits? So that's the question. Are they skins? Do we have question. AI in these bunkers? What is happening in these bunkers, man?
Yeah, what's going on? Increased activity across Urzikstan seems to be focused on the bunkers. After keycard access is obtained, an expanded interior may be accessible, along with high-level loot and additional intel regarding the location of Redacted. Secondary bunker exit hatches are likely to be active, allowing your squad multiple methods of escape. However, not all bunkers appear to be accessible, so those are the ones that are probably going to open mid-season.
Yeah.
Further investigation is needed to solve this conundrum. So, okay. This is exactly what I thought we were going to get. The Verdansk style, you get a key card, and then you can go into a bunker with insane loot. And you know what? I'm a fan of it. One question I have, though, where and how do we get these key cards? I don't remember how you got them in Verdansk, actually.
Boy, how did we get him? Well, it changed multiple times. I thought it ended up kind of being random too, but my biggest thing that I really like about this is the fact they say secondary bunker exit hatches are likely to be active, allowing your squad multiple methods of escape. Because if you guys remember Verdansk bunkers, you go in, you come out that same way. So what do? You see a team go in there, you know they're in there. You don't have to push in. Just sit there and watch the door and they come out to you, and then you get all of their loot.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that they're doing it this way, where you have other ways to escape. And it sounds like multiple other ways then, maybe not just one other exit. You can go out the same way you came in. You got a couple little secret exits. Big fan of that.
That's a good point. And that did happen not only on Verdansk, but also Caldera, those little hatches. Multiple times we were camped at those hatches as well. And that was even worse because you had to climb a ladder. So you're just screwed if you couldn't teleport.
You could also but then at some point in Caldera, you could take the fast travel system to another one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that wasn't always there. I really don't remember because I actually don't remember.
There were times where everywhere you could travel was in gas already.
That's true.
So you had to climb up.
That may be true.
Either way, this is cool. Curious to see what's in there. But anyway. We're getting a Gulag update on Urzikstan at launch. Additional Gulag silos have opened up during BR matches. And recon teams have confirmed 4 different variants. You randomly get one of them. So one thing they've been doing this year is not giving us new Gulags, but just updating the one we've had since launch. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think I'm totally okay with this, really. I think this is an okay way of doing it. They don't spend a bunch of time developing a new Gulag instead of doing something else. They have everything there. They just move some boxes around. They kind of change up the lanes, and it does plenty. Yeah, I'm totally fine with it, to be honest.
I agree. I think you're right. I think that's a good point. It saves them a lot of time because a new Gulag is cool, but ultimately I'm not playing BR to experience the Gulag. In fact, I'm trying to never go there, obviously. So if they dump a ton of time and resources into a new Gulag, that's nice, but I would rather they just spend that time elsewhere and instead just do a little freshen up of the Gulag. I think that's a good kind of compromise. And luckily, however, this Gulag, the blueprint for this Gulag on which all these variations are being made, is good enough. Not the best Gulag we've ever had, but certainly not the worst one either. So luckily they're starting from a good base and there's going to be variants. So all the screenshots kind of look the same to me. It's the same Gulag with boxes and stuff in different areas. But that's because this is the same Gulag. This is all one variant. So that's the S variant. And then we've got the Gulag 2 variant. Okay. And then we've got the Silo 3 variant. Okay. And then we have the Gulag 8 variant. Okay. So none of them are very transformative, but they're definitely different. This one looks the worst, by the way, Silo 8. All those really tight LOS breaks. I don't love that. But anyway, yeah. There you go. So that's cool. Next is Warzone modes and public events. So Buyback Royale Solos is coming to Urzikstan at launch. So for those of you who don't remember what Buybacks was, it was an LTM that everyone really loved, or most people did. And it meant if you died, but you had enough money on you to be bought back, you would just instantly respawn. So right now it costs 4K to buy back a teammate. So if you have 4K or more on you and you die, you instantly respawn less 4K until you die without enough money, and then you won't respawn anymore, but you can still be bought back. However, in solos, obviously it works differently. If you have 4K or more, you respawn. If you don't, you lose. Or go to the Gulag, maybe? I actually don't remember how the Gulag worked. Did you go Gulag first, and then it takes your money
I don't
away?
remember. I don't even know if it's the same amount of cash as it was to be bought back. Because I remember buybacks the last time I played it, it was like 4,500. And I don't remember it being 4,500 to
it disables the gulag.
buy a teammate back. So I think it's a different number, but either way, whatever they set the number to, it'll like change a different color on your HUD that like you have enough cash to respawn, basically.
And give you a little parachute icon, yeah.
Yeah, so whatever number they make it, you'll know it'll be obvious. And I think you spawn with that number, don't you?
Yes, you do, because the strat, I'm glad you remembered that. The strat was in like buyback quads, because you spawn with enough money, if you played quads, you would instantly have enough for a loadout, but none of you would have enough to be bought back, and gulag's disabled. So it's like risky, but you can literally get loadout inside of 5 seconds as soon as you can land on a buy station together. And that's what we would do. Yeah. So yeah, they explain how it works, and it's just as we described. I'm a little concerned that it's solos only, though. I don't know if that's going to persist. Maybe they're just saying buyback solos is at launch, and then they'll do more buybacks as the season goes on. That's honestly what I suspect is going to happen. I think they will.
I don't. Well, even in the roadmap, it just says buyback solos. Well, because it is. Think about it. The game is already buybacks. That's just how it is. You don't need it in other modes. I think they'll do more. It just makes sense in solos. I mean, it's not about having faith. It's the fact that the roadmap literally says buyback solos. If it was multiple modes, it wouldn't just say solos.
Well, yeah, but they're just talking about launch, I think.
Well, I mean, the roadmap's for the whole season because it shows other things that are in season.
Yeah, but not everything that's in season.
I don't think so. Okay, it's only going to be solos, but either way, I think it'll be fun. I'm actually excited to play this. Yeah, clip it. I am very excited to play buyback solos, actually. I've played a random fill big map solos like a decent amount in this game, so buybacks will be really fun.
Yeah. Either way, it's nice, but I hope I'm right that there are more modes, but you're also kind of right. It's like, who cares? So anyway, whatever. Mid-season, we're getting additional modes. And all of it's redacted. So they wrote words about it, but they redacted everything. So, okay. They are alluding to exercise extreme caution as you investigate redacted, one step closer to the truth. So this is, again, probably tied to a reveal event for Black Ops 6, the next game this year.
Also, by the way, the map change that they're going to talk about here is, I mean, I assume, or they said it's happening to Popov Power, but so far every screenshot we've seen of Popov, it looks the same. So I'm wondering how small of an impact this map change is going to have. Yeah,
you're right. Popov looks exactly the same here.
And then as we scroll down, though, actually, this next screenshot might be something, because this does not look familiar.
Not look the same. Yeah.
So that could be something.
This is probably Popov, yeah. So new rewards as well at launch for Warzone, as well as daily and weekly Warzone rewards. A third set of brand new rewards specifically tailored to Warzone will be available at launch, all of which are trackable. That's cool. And some of which unlock some of the most coveted rewards around. So there's going to be a new section in the challenges menu. There are 5 different types of challenges to complete, each granting a reward. Economics. These offer rewards in return for looting and spending cash at buy station. Contracts, social, mode, and Champions Quest. Is a Champions Quest active in your game? Then check these challenges out. Wonder what that means. I wonder what all of these mean, actually, and what the rewards would be. But the categories are economics, contracts, social, mode, and Champions Quest. So, cool, I guess. Really depends on what the rewards are, but worst case scenario, they're not great and it doesn't matter. So
this is cool. Gives you something else to do.
Yeah, something else to grind for. Probably some weapon camos, maybe, because check out this pistol camo. That's a dope camo.
We are getting more confirmed. Let me see if that's in this blog post. Let me do a quick scroll down. Yeah, maybe it's not even in the blog post. We are getting another mastery camo. That's going to be animated obsidian.
Yeah.
It's the weapon mastery one. But I don't even. Oh, it's all the way at the end of the blog post. Okay.
Okay. So either way, we'll see what that is. And then Specialist is coming to Urzikstan. So yeah, there you go. You'll probably find that in all those bunkers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So more incentive to go to those bunkers. And then tactical sprint boots in Urzikstan during the launch window. So it's probably like the first week of the season. Urzikstan operators can look forward to infiltrating any of the bunkers to obtain the tactical sprint boots perk, which will give you an increase to your base speed, and an infinite tactical sprint improvement. So, as we said, I was very excited to see this on the roadmap, but then we read the details and we were like, oh, womp womp. I would love to just take this as a perk. Change double time to this. However, it's possible this is their way of testing that. I don't find that super likely, but I think it's possible. This is at least a step in the right direction.
Okay, Joe Woe. Yeah.
Don't say okay, Joe Woe, man.
Okay, Iceman Isaac, yeah. The classic Warzone 2
exploding head emoji.
Statement. Yeah.
Exploding head emoji.
Warzone just got off a call. Warzone is back. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't think this is for testing, considering they've done a bunch of LTMs in the last season or two that have this exact thing where you have infinite tax rent. So if they made the decision, I think, to just make it permanent, they would have just done that, to be honest, I think. So
we haven't seen it in Warzone yet. Oh, no, we have.
Yeah, we have. All the LTMs. Right. Yeah, there's been a bunch of there have been multiple types of LTMs that have had it. Pretty sure. I think
true.
2.
Yeah.
So, also, I think they kind of have to put it in as boots because it's only coming to Urzikstan. So I'm not sure how else that would work if they just added infinite tactical sprint by default or anything. Because, like, obviously they don't want it on the smaller maps for some reason. Maybe they think the movement's fine there and that'll make things too crazy, maybe too sweaty. I don't know. But I think this is all we're getting, unfortunately. So it is better than nothing.
Likely. Yeah.
More than anything, having specialist, foresight, which they've yet to talk about, and tactical sprint boots in the bunkers will change the way that Urzikstan is played completely. Because those will immediately become a hot location. Unfortunately, since you have to have key cards, you're not going to be able to just land on them. But even then, I feel like they'll probably make it relatively easy to find key cards, and those will be a hot location to fight. There'll be a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, but I have a lot of questions too, because it's like, if you're playing quads and you hit a bunker, I hope they spawn 4 sets of tactical sprint.
Yeah, true.
Because it's going to be annoying if my friend gets it and then I don't have it.
Yeah.
So I do wonder how all that is going to work. Same thing with specialists. It should simply spawn like a minimum of 2 or just whatever your squad size is, whatever mode you're playing, you know?
Yeah. 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 I agree. So we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably being too optimistic, but either way, there you go. So we're also getting a new vehicle on Urzikstan, the Polaris RZR. It's a dune buggy.
Don't say RZR, it's a Razor.
It says RZR, man.
They call it Razor, man. It's a Razor.
Okay. Is this like a real
thing?
The
Polaris RZR. Yeah, it's another ad thing like they did with the all-new GMZ, the all-new 2023 GMZ Hummer electric vehicle.
I've never heard of this.
These are extremely popular.
Really?
That little guy right there costs double the amount of a car. You can either buy a middle of the line Honda Civic, or you can buy a Razor that you can't drive on the road in most states. So.
Yeah.
It's crazy that people spend that amount on them, but they're dope for sure.
They look really cool.
It's a rich white construction worker toy for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And easier to maintain than a boat. So if you're going through a midlife crisis and you're listening to this, instead of getting a boat that you'll never use and is going to cost a ton in docking fees and maintenance and all that you'll never use again. Get a Polaris Razor that you'll also probably very rarely use, but probably more than a boat. Looks dope. Anyway, this is coming to Urzikstan. So, yeah, I don't care about new vehicles. I would if vehicles were good in Warzone, but they're not. They need to just make the vehicles handle unrealistically well, like they did in Verdansk. Like, that's the only time people use vehicles in Warzone. Like, occasionally people do. Maybe in solos they're used more. Okay, but realistically, come on, make them all better, and then I'll be excited about your ad, Polaris Razor dune buggies.
But here's the thing, man. It's going to offer tighter turning and handling, and 3 seats, and improved fuel economy. You know how often we land at military base and have to drive all the way to Trump Tower? We have to fuel up halfway through. We won't have to with this. Just drive straight there.
Surely.
Razor, looking for sponsors, #ad.
#ad. The reality is, of course, you get a vehicle, you drive 50 meters to the nearest balloon, and see ya. I'm gone. Anyways, whatever. A new feature, loot hot zones at launch. This sounds interesting. Designated POIs on the map identified as loot hot zones. And we have seen this before. In Caldera, I think. Get there before the enemy, and you'll be rewarded with higher tier loot than normal. Just be prepared for a vicious battle over who gets to claim this enhanced gear. This is a W Raven, for sure. This is really, this is fantastic. Because this is exactly what Urzikstan needs, is hot drops. Because right now it just doesn't have one. There's no superstore. There's no peak. There's no area that like people just regularly drop a lot. Because there's no incentive particularly to drop anywhere. There are too few
players on the map. Every circle is a default circle. Yeah.
And so one thing we really enjoyed about Urzikstan, or one mode I should say, was the exfil mode, because it had the weapons case. And that created a hot drop. And that mode was really fun for that reason. And barely anyone covered exfilled, by the way. I saw it happen like twice, and I played that mode a lot more games than 2. So bring it back and make it a fundamental feature. But also, anyways, the point is, that was really fun, mainly because it created hot drops. And they persisted throughout the game, to be fair, because you could always see where the weapons case was.
Yes.
But still, even though this won't necessarily have that, loot hot zones does create hot drop spots. It works. Because again, I remember this was a thing in Caldera. Almost positive it was Caldera. And those spots would be hot because it would be worth it. Yeah. The loot was way better. Especially now that the bunkers are getting added. If you really want to get in a bunker, you probably want to be opening a bunch of orange boxes, because the odds of getting a key card are probably way higher from that. So that's going to create even more incentive to go to these hot zones. This is going to be really nice, and it's coming at launch.
And I bet they'll strategically place a lot of these hot zones right around bunkers, knowing that that's a good way to get the key card, and then you can get right in a bunker and get a bunch of loot. Yeah, this is like a fundamental change that sounds like nothing, but will impact the way Urzikstan plays early game more than anything they've done since the map launched. So, this is fantastic. Very excited for this. One of those things, again, it doesn't get attention on Twitter. People don't talk about it, but this is a extremely good change that will really make Urzikstan feel a lot faster in the early stages. And let's be super clear, by the way, they are not adding more players to the map.
Yeah, they're not.
One, we would have already heard that. Two, this is what they're doing to get around it. It's obvious they don't have the server capacity or the server, I don't know, the servers to do it. The server quality, one might say. So this is their way around it, and it might be good enough. We'll see. This combined with bunkers is going to drastically change the way the map is played.
We know we're not getting more players, by the way, because the World Series of Warzone rules have been set at 102 players. So we're never getting more players this year. It's not happening. So Maybe for an
Verdansk,
LTM
sure,
they would
150's
do it,
coming
but
back.
even then I doubt that. So yeah, just get over that. But this is really good. Yeah, it's one of those things that's pretty easy to implement, and they've done it before. And this is the most impactful Urzikstan change so far, for sure, in my opinion. So new feature: redacted weapons mid-season. So in mid-season on Urzikstan, or maybe everywhere.
Well, they're already in Rebirth, unless this is a different type, but they're already guns like on Rebirth.
Yeah,
that
I
have
guess
way
you're
more
right.
Attachments.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. There are ground loot guns that have 10 attachments. That's going to be coming mid-season to Urzikstan. I don't care about this. I never have. I'd rather use my build that has 5 attachments than some ground loot that has 10. That the gunsmith gurus designed, cooked up.
They're usually not great.
It's going to have like compressed rounds for more recoil control, and you're going to lose 20% damage range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Among other attachments. So yeah, don't really care, but whatever. And then mid-season, a new public event, a runaway train. Oh no. Okay.
Oh, this sounds interesting, man.
So starting mid-season, there's a small chance on Urzikstan your end game occurs on a runaway train.
Oh no.
What? Expect confirmation of this sometime around the 6th circle, where the public event may be announced. Prepare for a wild ride. This is what I was going to say. Operators with memories of sleigh ride resurgence, yes, know what to expect. Seek immediate refuge close to the train, which cannot be controlled. Fortunately, the safe zone remains over the moving train until the end of the match, forcing squads to battle on or around the careening carriages, though the train itself slows down enough to provide access as well as unique takedown opportunities. That sounds a lot better than what it seemed like from the name alone. That sounds fun, dude. That sounds really fun.
This is a great idea, yeah.
Yeah, this is a cute idea.
Yep.
I like this
is really
a lot.
cool. I'm a big fan of this.
And it's not going to happen every game. It'll happen some games. This is one of those things that's like not that transformative, but when it does happen, this is really cool. I like that idea a lot.
Also, though, again, when they say a small chance, it's like 90% chance of it happening.
I mean,
what is the heavy armor event chance on Rebirth? They probably say a small chance.
Yeah.
I've had it more often than not. Yeah. So just, small chance is a 50-50 chance for them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Just
But
think of how
it'll be
often
something
you get
very,
Fallen
very
Vandal.
different. Yeah. Yeah. This will be something very, very different, which again, as I've been saying, Urzikstan needs something very different. So this is dope.
Oh, yeah. And there is a buy station on the train. Always.
Yeah. Good point.
And
Yep.
the ammo refill thing, too. So it's going to be crazy if a game ends there. If you control the train, you probably just win, actually. I mean, if you're on that
It'll
buy.
be...
Because the buy is in a pretty... it's in a closed carriage. Or car. What do they call those sections of trains? Cars, right? Call them cars?
Yeah. Train cars. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. Yeah.
Yeah. The train car that has the buy station is always the enclosed one. So it's pretty safe too. So if the game is ending there and you hold that buy, you're really chilling. And it's the UAV tower too. So yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
trying to think how this would work exactly though, because since it's not announced until the 6th circle.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what if
the
train
train's
is not
on
near
the other
current
side of
safe
the
zone?
map? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a good
saying. Is it
question.
literally because you can control the train up until then. So let's say somebody had controlled it and sent it off and it was way out of gas in the 5th zone. How does that play out?
It could just move like that 420 event.
Yeah,
where
I guess
the circle's just
maybe,
constantly moving. It could do that.
So it's like maybe it's triggered earlier than that, but you're notified of it in the 6th zone and it would already be coming back at that point. Because they're not going to just spawn a train in the middle of the 6th circle on the tracks out of nowhere. So it'll work that way. Like, obviously, they've figured it out. I'm just curious myself how that's going to work exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it is possible. You're right, though. Once sixth circle comes, like the train is, I don't know, downtown, and you're at like cargo, or the fifth circle was at cargo, and you guys have to move far. That would be pretty crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, because like depending on how exactly this works, I was thinking this could be an interesting little like skill gap type of thing too, where smart teams in like fifth circle could be. They could tell where the zone is going to be ending, you know, right by a train track. And maybe at that point, if the train's already there or something, you know, you take control of it, expecting that public event to maybe happen. And maybe it happens or maybe it doesn't. But yeah, it kind of all depends how this train movement's going to work.
Yeah.
But regardless, it'll be fun. Yeah,
regardless, it'll be cool. So, and then Call of Duty Warzone Season 4 ranked play.
Here finally! It is. Urzikstan ranked.
Resurgence.
Oh.
Launch window.
Okay. So, on Rebirth? Okay.
Confirmed, we are not getting Big Map ranked this year. It's not officially technically confirmed, but I'm confirming it for you. They're not
drop
doing
on
Big
December
Map ranked.
18th in Verdansk, yeah, and then they'll say, oh, we said it was coming this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not getting Big Map ranked back until we're on Verdansk. It's official. It's not official, but it's official for us. Because if they did Big Map ranked on launch of season 4, it would already be too late. Any later than that, it's just like absurd. They're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna do it at all. So if you were hoping for Big Map ranked this year, keep waiting, because we're not getting it until Verdansk.
Yep.
But I've resigned myself to this fact. It's been dawning on me throughout season 3 that we're just not getting it. So this is confirmation. However, we are getting Warzone ranked Resurgence, continuing on Rebirth Island, and the rule set remains the same. And then, yeah,
okay.
A lot of words, big words, more rewards, whatever. They look very similar to the multiplayer rewards, actually, which is fine. They look good. That top 250 weapon camo, I'm actually a big fan of, like the little red accents. So I'm excited to run that. Although I might run this season still anyway. But anyway, yeah, they go into the rewards.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, that's what I said. Warzone mobile overview. Okay. Probably has the coolest features that we would all love. A Verdansk map update, man. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, whatever. Not gonna talk about any of this. But Warzone mobile is cool. If you're into that, you vacation a lot, I guess. Connected content overview. So this is for all the video games. 4 new weapons. So here we go. Some more details on the new guns we're getting. The Super E46 will be in at launch in the Battle Pass, Sector 6. It is a submachine gun. It has 21 weapon levels. And it looks like... I don't know what it looks like. An MPX? Kinda?
It looks like a Riveter shotgun to me.
Interesting. Yeah. So here's what they say. This pistol caliber carbine, that's what SMG means, by the way. Chambered in 4.6 by 30 millimeter. I don't know what that round is.
4.6 Parabellum. That's MP7 ammo.
Oh, okay. It's designed to give impressive... It's not Parabellum. Stopping power with a skeletonized lightweight frame. Exceptionally adaptable, this weapon can be modified to excel in most combat scenarios. As you'd expect, given the size of the caliber, the Super E46 is impressively impactful at closer ranges, with 30 rounds in the chamber and 90 in reserve. Don't tell me the reserve ammo like I should care. However, this SMG offers accuracy to mid-range and above-average recoil control, delivering practicality as well as the firepower you need for most circumstances. I don't know what to expect out of this gun.
You also can't expect anything because what they say is like always wrong, you know? Like the one time they literally said it was like the lowest recoil.
Oh my god, yeah, what gun was that?
In its category, and it literally had the most recoil in the category by default.
Man, I remember that.
So it doesn't matter what they say. It's going to be an SMG, but it sounds like it's supposed to be a more mid-range SMG because they leave out anything that says like super fast or excellent handling. So
true, yeah,
probably
like a sniper support type beat.
Yeah, above average recoil control. So it's gonna kick like a Lockman 7.62 on full auto a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on, we're getting the Car 98K. Don't care. 16 weapon levels. It'll be in at launch in Sector 15. This modernized blah, blah, blah. So they write a lot of words. Let's see if they say anything about it. Interesting.
Archaic looking rifle. Wow.
It is, yeah. So it offers quick ADS speed, massive damage, limited flinch. It's kind of interesting that they explicitly say that. And rapid takedown potential no matter how far away your foe is. So, as I said, this gun is not going to be good in Warzone. It's probably going to go bonkers in multiplayer, though. Absolutely bonkers. But in Warzone, I mean, who knows if it'll one-shot at all. If it will, it won't be to very far. And again, as a reminder, if you were expecting this to feel like the Verdansk Car 98, you have some other thing coming. You have something different coming. Another thing coming, some might say. It won't be even remotely close. So I don't
know. Unless they just say screw it and make it basically like a stalker, like one shot up to that range. I don't know.
That would be surprising.
Because it's interesting that they're kind of like hyping it up this amount for it to not even one shot in Warzone. Because like Warzone obviously has a much higher player count than multiplayer. So explaining all of this as if it were only for multiplayer and then getting people to expect one thing is just a really bad idea. And I think they know a little bit better than that. I mean, it's got a one shot, right? Maybe you'll have to use a certain attachment. Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if this replaced the Stalker. I'd be very surprised. It's possible, but I don't know. I mean, what is the Stalker's like max one shot range if you like build it that way?
It's like the one I use, I think, is around 80. I'm not sure what the absolute max is you can get.
Okay. I would expect the functional max of this to be like 40. Honestly. Like with attachments.
I saw an idea too on Twitter where somebody had said like, honestly, maybe they'll add an aftermarket part this season that allows it to one shot in some capacity, like at further ranges.
That could be a good balancing
like some sort of other ammo type, something.
Doing it as an aftermarket part would be a pretty good idea because
then also you lose the attachment.
Exactly. You'd have to sacrifice an attachment slot, which would be some way to balance it. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, Neo's going to get some crazy clips because I do think it will one shot somewhere. Or at some range.
Has to. Yeah. They need to make it one shot to a
It'd be insane if it didn't, but yeah. Tonezilla, the $2 super chat. Thanks, buddy. Can we just get the closet cheaters out? Yeah, Tanner experienced a lot of cheaters today. And dig the podcast.
We got a whole team ricocheted, and there were more people in that lobby cheating, yeah. And I died to some kid who was level 52 and had awful movement and hit only headshots at 10 meters, so go figure.
Yeah. Tonezilla, thanks for the $2 super chat, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah. By the way, there was a Twitter clip related to that, by the way, that I saw. And the reason I saw it is probably because it went pretty viral. It was of Summit talking about Shroud. And he was like, do you think anyone that aims that well is going to have like terrible movement? Like, no. He has great movement also. You watch for the whole package. That's the easiest way to know if someone's aimbotting, is if they have terrible movement, but they're like a demon at aiming. Those people don't exist. No one who's really good at aiming is really bad at moving their character. You would be good at both. Yeah. Always. So that guy was probably cheating. Anyway, mid-season, we're getting a shotgun.
Okay.
The Reclaimer 18. So it's a pump. So it probably won't be good in Warzone, but will be fun in multiplayer. So it's a 12 gauge. Veteran COD players may know this shotgun by another name, and then they don't mention the name, by the way.
It says it's semi-auto.
It says with this classic slide action shotgun.
This new reimagined variant offers a base of 8 semi-automatic rounds.
Oh. So is it
well,
a
slide
pump?
action does not mean pump. I don't even know what slide means. Slide action, but they would say pump. It's like a SPAS 12 type
on the
thing.
gun?
It kind of just looks like a handle. I don't know. Some of those shotguns too, like that one in Tarkov, which is based on a real gun, you can have it in either. You can use pump or you can put it in semi-auto. So maybe it's something weird like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like that new Benelli M3 or something that's in Tarkov works that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it could be that. There could be an attachment that like changes it or something. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, it's like a SPAS 12. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Or getting from this, rather. So, which was semi-auto. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it probably is semi-auto. You're probably right. I don't know what slide action means either, so whatever. And then we're getting a melee weapon. Don't care. 8 new aftermarket parts.
It tells us these. Okay, yeah, it's not going to be an aftermarket part because it tells us all of them. I forgot.
What?
I was saying it won't be an aftermarket part for the Car 98 because they tell us what all of them are for the season.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
I was thinking they'd only give us 4, but I forgot they give us all of them at the start.
So now let's get into the aftermarket parts. One of my favorite new features of this new game, by the way, is these aftermarket parts. A lot of them are flops, but some of them are actually like pretty interesting and usable. The conversion kits generally less so, but like the Jack BFB, the glassless optic, the new aftermarket part stock, by the way, which is nasty. I was using this today in multiplayer. It's like a Giga strafe speed stock. It's really good. You can't put it on every gun, but you can put it on a good amount of them. And it's like very noticeable. Really cool. And then another aftermarket part I used today, by the way, I'll just mention this now, is the full auto M16. So I use this in multiplayer and in Warzone. And I'm kind of with JGod. Like, it's okay, but it's either too bouncy to compete with the DG58 in Warzone, or it has too low of damage range, basically, and it's still kind of bouncy. Because I tried like a high grain build, and then I tried a non-high grain build, and then I tried an iron sight build to try and get high grain and an underbarrel for recoil. None of them felt great. None of them felt better than the DG58. So unfortunately, I don't, and I tried this on Rebirth as well. So that's where it would be good if it was good anywhere. I still think the DG58 right now is ultimately better. But in multiplayer, it's really nice. It's nuts. And yeah. So that's unfortunate. Just thought I would point that out. Man, what else was I going to say about it? I don't know. But anyway, we're getting new aftermarket parts. So let's get into these. The Jack Harbinger kit for the M4 converts it to a 50 cal.
Okay.
Got it. So that'll be terrible for every reason. The Gunslinger for the Basilisk handgun, which is the MW2 revolver. A frame and cylinder conversion that allows the revolver to hold 8 rounds of .357 with an exceptional increase to rate of fire and a near instantaneous trigger action. Can you put them things in akimbo?
Yes.
Interesting. Oh, the M16, you also can't use a barrel if you put on the full auto conversion kit. That really holds it back.
Yeah.
That really holds it back because you can't get damage, range, velocity, or recoil control from that slot. That's what I was going to say. If it had that, I think it could be actually competitive, but it doesn't. So, yeah, anyway, this handgun. A lot of aftermarket parts do just disallow a bunch of other attachment slots, like I just said about the M16. So maybe using this, you wouldn't be able to put on the akimbo stock attachment or rear grip attachment, whatever. But if you can put that in akimbo, this thing's probably going to be gross.
Yeah, I wonder, because it's going to be, it's a smaller caliber, I believe, and then with higher fire rate. So I don't know. If anything, I feel like that would end up not being that great in Warzone. Usually a lot of the pistols that end up being broken are like, snake shot, so slow, high damage, slow fire rate. We'll see.
Like one tap capable.
And it could be something like the way the aftermarket part works, it changes something with the rear grip, so you can't use akimbo. Yeah.
So we'll see. Unlikely to be good. I agree. The Jack Volk for the KV inhibitor sniper rifle, which is the semi-auto sniper in MW3. Really nasty in multiplayer, but not good in Warzone right now. A meticulously crafted stock and receiver mod that updates the weapon to fire a 2-round burst at minimal MOA dispersion, so very accurately, making every trigger pull count. I doubt it's going to be good in Warzone, but maybe.
Yeah, it's got potential, because I was thinking that too. I'm like, well, if it could end up one-shotting because you click one time, maybe, but then you're not going to be able to do that at like longer sniper ranges, because even firing the two at once, even though it says minimal MOA dispersion, both bullets aren't going to hit some guy's head at 100 meters probably, so that's going to make it kind of useless at that point. You'd be better off using a normal sniper that can just one shot at that range. And then up close, I don't know, I feel like it'll just be too slow. Like up close, you'd rather have something faster, like a stalker, or maybe what the Kar 98 is going to be.
I tend to agree, yeah. And keep in mind also, they have nerfed the base KV inhibitor a ton in Warzone now. So you will be putting this conversion kit on a very nerfed gun. So that's something else to consider. But yeah, we'll see. Possible. Next is the Jack Scimitar kit for the Horus, the new SMG, which is terrible. Improved range and recoil are standard with this aftermarket kit, which also unlocks the use of a high-capacity drum mag for the FJX Horus. This could be good. Improved range and a bigger mag size. The recoil, I guess, is nice too. I don't know if any of this actually is impacting the time to kill, though. But
yeah,
could unlock it as like a sniper support SMG build.
Yeah, I wonder, because the Horus does suck. It has a really bad time to kill, so
and this
can't
change
see this
that.
being good. If when Season 4 launches, we get a significant buff to the Horus, then this is definitely something to look out for. Right. And it could absolutely be in the mix.
Which is possible.
Yeah, we might see a little buff to it.
So that sounds like a pretty good aftermarket part, though. If I'm using a Horus, I'm probably going to use that just for the bigger mag, if anything. And improved range is nice, too. So we'll see. Next is, oh, goodness me, the Jack Thumper 656.
The old Thumper.
This is for the RGL 80 launcher in MW3. Hold on. What is that?
It's a grenade launcher, buddy.
Was this at launch?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to get it a camo for it for Interstellar. That was one of the big things that we were excited about. Is that we didn't have to do launchers this year. Isn't the RGL?
This is the one you did have to do. Maybe you didn't do it. Isn't this the one everyone did by trading claymores at the beginning of the game?
Oh, you're right, because there isn't a launcher category, but there was a launcher. Yes, you're correct. Okay. So this aftermarket part is for that. I totally forgot that existed. An improved long barrel for an infantry carried grenade launcher fires projectiles at higher velocities and distances, compatible with a wider variety of launcher projectiles. Okay, I don't know what to think of this. I don't know. I hope it's terrible.
It's a big
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I mean, it won't matter in Warzone. Multiplayer, this could be broken maybe and maybe ruin multiplayer, who knows.
It's one of those things that it's either good, which is going to be terrible for the game, or it's not good, which means the game isn't impacted at all. So the best case scenario is that this sucks. So this is a classic Call of Duty waste of development time and resources. Who wants this? But whatever. The Jack Requiem for the Kastov 7.62, the MW2 assault rifle, a counterbalance rifle system designed to completely eliminate vertical recoil. Okay. I wonder what the time to kill on that is right now in Warzone.
Kastov 7.62. I don't think it's probably somewhat competitive, but not going to be enough. Also, I guarantee you, when you look at the image of this up there, it's replacing the barrel, so you won't even be able to use a barrel on it or anything. So you're already losing one key attachment right there.
Yeah, that's really bad. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's a no.
Yeah. Moving on, the Jack Decimator. This is for the Lockman Shroud SMG from MW2, which, if you will recall, was an MP5. It was the Lockman sub, but it was burst fire. And this aftermarket part allows you to make the burst fire Lockman sub full auto again. You could also just go use a Lockman sub, though. So I don't know why they're doing this. This is goofy. It's literally a 4 attachment Lockman sub instead of a 5. Obviously, in the video game, there are like different stats or whatever, so maybe this would be nuts. Because the Lockman Shroud did have a disgusting on-paper time to kill, but it was burst fire, so it was kind of awkward to use. I don't know if they ever nerfed it. If they did, I don't know how hard they nerfed it. But this, unfortunately, might actually be really good instead of just buffing the Lockman sub instead. But
I know.
I mean, you're literally picking... Yeah, it's so dumb. The concept bothers me, but this could actually be relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, again, MW2 gun, so it's going to have worse handling than something like the Striker 9. I mean, considerably terrible handling, in fact, probably. So, it probably not going to be meta, but, you know, could be interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Because it's like you use these MW3 SMGs with like a long barrel on them and stuff and an optic, and like the strafe speed and movement speed is just crazy. And it's not going to have that because it's an MW2 gun.
Yeah. Unless they like fundamentally change that. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which they've been doing incrementally, to be fair. Like,
yeah, I'm
ARs,
sure
it's not that bad, but I think it is more noticeable on subs. I think you're right.
And even if they give it a little buff, they don't want these guns to be the best, obviously. You want the guns from your newer video game to perform the best. So, you know, maybe they'll buff it slightly, but they're not going to make it on purpose, at least, so it kills like 30 milliseconds faster than the Striker 9 does. You know, there's not... We've already had this. We've already had that game and the guns. They don't even need to exist in the game, let alone be the meta ones everyone uses.
I tend to agree. So... and then the last aftermarket part is the Jack Intimidator for the Renetti handgun. Slow down your fire rate and take more deliberate shots with this modification that changes the Renetti to a single shot weapon. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it'll be good, but not... It would only be good by virtue of its stat line, not by changing a burst pistol to a semi-auto pistol. Because again, it's like, I wanted to use a semi-auto pistol, I'd just equip one and put 5 attachments on it instead of having to sack an attachment slot for this. But it could be disgusting, I don't know. I'm very curious what the fire rate would be, though, for a Renetti in single fire, because it'll technically be slower because it won't have burst, but if it doesn't have much of a trigger delay and then you put it in akimbo, it still could be really good. We've seen semi-auto pistols be dominant in meta and meta in Warzone before. So I wouldn't be that surprised if that was going to be the case here. But again, the aftermarket part could also just bar that attachment slot that would allow for akimbo. So I don't know. So no crazy, I don't think, transformative aftermarket parts this season. There are a lot that are potentially good, though. But all of them are unlikely to be really good, but there are also a lot of them. So if it's like a 10% chance that any of these are good, overall chance one of them is going to be relevant, fairly high. We'll see.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then moving on from that, they talk about Black Cell. Okay. We're getting some more operators. Okay.
A lot of operators. Ooh.
Oh, whoa, look at this camo.
Yeah, look at that, man.
You know what, dude? Pride Month daily login weapon camos. And they are the gayest weapon camos I've ever seen.
Dude,
yeah.
they look dope.
They are super gay. Yeah.
Those are
Not
fantastic.
that there's anything wrong with that, of course. Yeah, this is for Pride Month after all, so they want them to be gay. And they succeeded. They are colorful, rainbow, glittery
Dude,
weapon
these are
camos.
sick.
The gayest weapon camos you could make. They have glitter, bro.
They're not going to be animated, though, are they? Or
Probably
will they?
not. No.
Oh, that'd be so cool if they were animated.
Probably not. No. I think
Cool.
I think you could unlock an animated version if you kill 500 straight white males using the regular one.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would
What's the
unlock
black
the
for?
animated one.
Does each
Bro.
color like represent something?
Probably. Go
Okay.
check Tumblr. I don't know, man. I don't know. But this is actually a cool Pride camo. Like in all seriousness, I like it.
Yeah.
And it's just daily login weapon camo, so pretty easy to get. Yeah, W gaze. Nick Malone with the €5 fake money super chat. Do you think they will ever release Warzone 1 again as a separate game? No. Acti have done this with WoW Classic and had huge success alongside the current game. That's true, Nick Malone, but WoW also came out like 20 years ago or something. And it's just a way different player base too. Because we're talking MMO versus FPS game. FPS kids are way more fickle and trendy than World of Warcraft players, especially WoW players that are still playing in 2024. I don't think we're ever getting Warzone 1 again. No.
I mean, they can
Almost
barely
certainly
keep
not.
up and add content to this game. They're certainly not going to try to also do Warzone 1.
Nor would I want them to be clear. I would much rather they spend that dev time on like a good extraction shooter or something. But thank you for the super chat, dude. We appreciate the €5, aka 10 cents of United States dollars. We appreciate it. So then we move on. Mobile Suit Gundam bundles. Okay. This is like anime, right?
Okay. I don't know, but I saw... The only thing I know about Gundam is that's that stupid game that Enders would play, Gundam Evolution or whatever. Whatever the hell that game was called. But then I saw a Kashav tweet from his personal, and he was like, I had no clue how popular Gundam was. And he was right. When he tweeted something out from Charlie Intel account about Gundam, that stupid tweet got so many likes. I'm like, I've barely heard of this thing, but apparently it's very popular. So they're cool looking little buds.
They are cool
Yeah, what
looking.
are they? Gundam.
I want to say it's like an anime.
Gundam is a Japanese military science fiction media franchise. Okay. The franchise features giant robots or mecha with the name Gundam.
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah, they look cool. You're right.
They look dope.
Anyway, there you go. And then the boys are back. The boys camos.
The boys are back in town. Yeah.
Probably only so that people complaining about this skin, the all black one, have a chance to buy it again. So, okay.
Yeah.
CDL update and Champs Tracer pack is coming. Okay.
That is a dope looking Tracer pack, man. That skin is badass. The actual skin, the skull face, the hoodie, the skulls hanging from his belt. It's cool looking. It's not something I would run, but it's very cool looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Too much gold for me.
There's a lot going on, but it's also because the stupid weapon camo, which I wouldn't use, then also because the whole image is like green. I don't know. I think that would look cool in Warzone, just the operator skin. Will not be buying, of course, but
I like the scythe on his back, the gold scythe. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, and is that part of it, or does he have a scythe as a secondary, man?
I don't know. It's a good question.
We'll never know.
That's one of the redacted things you can pick up from the bunker is a scythe. And he has a 30-meter lunge range. Other incoming bundles. So we got some. Oh yeah, this is creepy.
There it is.
You're right.
Right.
We got like an emoji skin. These are like all creepy ones, except this fourth one, who's like, I don't know. That reminds me of a franchise. I don't know what franchise it is, but
it's the Kinetic Ultra franchise. Yeah.
Which is what I said. So yeah, these look scary. Okay, cool. I'm a Wubs main now though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm a stubby guy. I'm a little stub.
Yeah. And then new challenges, events, seasonal, and weapon prestige, blah, blah, blah. So this is the next weekly challenges camo. This one's pretty cool. This season's 8 weekly challenges camo reward is not cool. It's bad. I unlocked it today before I got on for ranked solos, which was a mistake, by the way. And it is bad. It's a bad and not good camo. This one is okay. It's pretty solid, but Rotten Inferno is better. So
Rotten Inferno on top, of course. Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. And then other than that, season 4 prestige and weapon prestige challenges. That camo looks dope. Little warthog, little green warthog.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is.
Little warthog. Which I can't believe is a real animal. But anyway.
Yeah, they seem fake, don't they? You're
right.
They
do. Yeah, it's like a pig with like tusks. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Some other, prestiges, whatever.
Cool.
And then the season 4 weapon prestige camo at launch, which a lot of people are excited about. Time to put your double weapon XP tokens to work. There's going to be a new weapon prestige camo, and it is the obsidian camo, but it's animated, I guess. Wow. And you need a total, as I suspected, of 200,000 weapon XP for this obsidian camo. So you will have to earn the one previously.
You do.
By virtue of the fact that it costs 150,000 weapon XP. Why is this only 50,000 more? Don't know. Bad play. Because everyone got the first weapon prestige camo in a week for guns they're actually using. But it looks cool. People are very happy about it. And I like it too, to be clear.
So. Yeah, this is really cool. It, of course, looks great. It's obsidian.
It does look great, yeah.
It's animated obsidian.
Yeah.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. And then that's that. Nick with another 5 noble British pounds, I guess. These are great British noble pounds, not lowly euros. Okay, sorry, my mistake. All of it's fake money, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Here's another 5, just so we're clear. Love the pod. Cheers, guys. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate it, buddy, for the 5 more British noble pounds. Very kind of you, brother. And thank you. And I will make that mistake again, by the way. Convert to USD before you super chat again.
Yeah.
Thanks in advance for another 10 cents. Nick, we appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. All right, so moving on. Season 4 events. Beginning on May 29th, there will be events. They are action-packed with a variety of content to discover and free rewards to claim. However, due to the redacted nature of these activities, only partial intel can be revealed at this time. So the first event is Critical Countdown. This is from launch to June 26th, so about a month. Collect DNA samples from fallen foes, oh boy, to earn rewards and uncover the truth behind the recent DNA bomb discoveries. So everyone's just going to drop DNA samples, and then you run over them like a kill confirmed dog tag, and you'll just auto pick it up for the event. Or like the bones that we had recently. That's the first event. And then if you get a bunch of DNA samples, then you can, I don't know, unlock whatever the rewards are going to be. You could also just ring out your sock, probably, loser, and get a lot of DNA samples that way. But I don't think that's going to transfer to the video game. So that's going to be for a month. We'll see what the rewards are for that. What were the rewards for the last event where you just collected a bunch of stuff, Tanner? I don't remember any of them being relevant, even though I got all the bones.
Yeah, they usually really aren't.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but whatever. Anyway, the next event will be the Mobile Suit Gundam Legends from June 5th to June 19th. Also, there's going to be some overlap here because that's not a month. Okay. Earn XP to unlock Gundam-themed rewards, and then you equip the Gundam skins for a boost to your earning potential on those.
Okay.
And then to classified. Okay, excuse me. No, the third event is classified. The fourth event is not classified. It's redacted. Got it. Okay.
The third event is classified, but the activation dates are redacted.
Right.
So get it right, man.
And then the fourth event is redacted, but the activation dates are June 19th to June 26th. All info regarding this event has been deemed most secret or top secret. Is most secret like an official designation?
The truth lies. That's all I know.
Okay. Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's the BO6 tagline. Yeah.
And that's what
it's
I said.
It's a thing. That's what
so
said,
End Up 3 will have a free trial, so don't play from May 30th to June 3rd. There will be cheaters everywhere. Stay off the game at that time, and that's it. So what are your thoughts on this blog post, man?
Urzikstan's looking cute. I know that. They only mentioned the word rebirth like 4 times in the whole blog, so I'm a big fan of that because it got enough love. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yeah, look at. You do a little search. Rebirth was 10 times in the blog. Urzikstan was 23 times.
It's double.
So I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
very cool. The bunkers specialist. So, okay. It mentioned foresight, but then it never actually talked about it. I guess there's just nothing really to talk about with it.
It's just going to be in the
it's just going to be in the bunkers.
They just don't mention it. Yeah, that's my assumption. Yeah.
But yeah, gulag variants, those look cute. Cute little idea. The bunkers are going to be dope. The new hot drop locations by having higher loot areas, super cool.
That's
the game needs
thing.
that a lot. That's very, very big. I'm sure also we'll see buy station refresh like we've been seeing every season. The unlimited tax sprint boots. I'm disappointed we're not just always getting it, but I'm open to the idea of, checking it out, seeing how that feels. And again, it's going to create a location of a lot of fighting because people are going to want specialists. They're going to want those tax sprint boots. Everyone's going to be going to the bunkers. So much that the whole map might actually just be dead outside of the bunkers. That'll be very interesting to see how that actually plays out.
True. Yeah.
But and the runaway train thing, I'm very excited for too.
Yeah. Yeah, the main thing I'm excited for, as you mentioned, is the loot hot zones and the bunkers too. I think those are going to help the bunkers be relevant because a lot of people is just like, I'm not going to find a key card, or if I do, it's too late, and and the bunkers are out of zone, or I don't care, whatever. But if you have a loot hot zone where you can pretty reliably get a key card, that makes the bunkers actually more relevant because you'll be more likely to be able to hit them if you want a hot drop there. So that combo I think is really nice. And that's what I'm by far most excited for. But multiplayer is getting some cool stuff too. Mainly the quick fix perk. I actually quite like that. And then we'll see how the shotgun and the submachine gun are. Although I don't have high hopes for really either. And same can be said for the aftermarket parts. So I think the big thing actually is going to be the reveal event sometime in the middle of the season. I think that's going to be the biggest, like, crazy thing we get in season 4. One thing, speaking of things that were on the roadmap but not in the blog post, in Warzone in season, we're getting a POI update. It says on the roadmap image. Did it talk about that at all in this blog post? Are you muted?
Yeah. Let's see. So somewhere it said like one little tiny thing, right? I couldn't find it. I searched POI. Where was it? I'm searching Papa. So something here says Urzikstan's bunkers are opening up in new and intriguing ways. And after a DNA bomb discovery, pop-off power seems unchanged for the moment.
So
did that say that was a in-season change? It does. So my guess is the POI update lines up with something to do with the BO6 reveal, which the reveal is taking place on June 9th. So we'll probably have some sort of little event starting around that time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that will change pop-off.
Okay. So maybe POI update means literally just one POI, which is entirely possible. Yeah. So still, those loot hot zones are going to be, they're going to go bonkers. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, there we go. That's the blog post. We will keep you guys posted, obviously, next week. But with that said, we do have a couple of other things. Ashika Island is gone on May 23rd.
Is it?
Excuse me, on when season 4 launches, yeah. So Raven yapped about it on Twitter. I don't care. I actually tweeted from our podcast account about it. They wrote a bunch of sentimental bull poop on this about Ashika. And Ashika was a map for me that was actually, it grew on me, except Castle. And Castle really just ruined the map when you had to go there. But you didn't always have to go there. And the fog was not good either. And I tweeted something to this effect from our official Twitter account at the Dropshot Pod. If you follow us, by the way, you do get a surprise DM.
Oh, yeah.
The contents of which I will not leak. It's a surprise, but if you follow us at the Dropshot Pod, you'll get a DM, and it will be surprising to you. So keep that in mind. Follow us. But anyway, yeah, I tweeted from that account, and I basically said, yeah, like, Ashika was what could have been a really good map that was ruined by prison and terrible weather. And those were, the weather thing especially, was so, which is what I said, so easy to change. So easy to change. And they didn't do it. Yeah. Castle, they needed to not design in the first place, honestly. But that could have been better a lot also. But yeah, it's gone. Are you sad? I played it this morning, actually.
Did you?
I played one match.
Bon voyage.
I didn't go Castle.
Ashika's better than Fortune's Keep. So unfortunately, Fortune's Keep should be vaulted forever and also never come back.
Yeah.
And Ashika should have gotten a little revamp. It should have, been cute to look at. Because there are just certain things where people don't think about it. Like, you're not going to necessarily play a map for the first 5-10 times and be like, I love this map, but I don't like it only because it's cloudy. But little things like that, I don't think people even realize have an effect on how much they enjoy something. And that's 100% the case with that map. It's ugly. Yeah, I don't want to play it. It's ugly, man. It's depressing and stupid.
Yeah.
So it just would have been so easy for them to change the skybox, and they've done it multiple times throughout the history of Warzone. Probably 10 times they've changed skyboxes on maps. It can be done. They could have done it, and instead they just didn't. So yeah, there's a little tweet here from Excel. He said, crazy how they got thousands of complaints about how depressing Ashika's weather and lighting was, yet they still never did anything about it. But now it's a bittersweet moment, as if they actually cared about it. Yeah, they launched Ashika and never made a single change to the map, so they didn't care about it. They don't care.
True.
They didn't do anything. So just remember when it's Halloween this year and we have a LTM that lasts for 3 weeks, and there are 400 new monsters they designed. They changed every POI on Urzikstan. They gave it a dark skybox. They're going to do all of these things, add in 80 different bundles to sell. How much work they put into that, but on a map that people would have enjoyed if they had literally just changed the skybox, they wouldn't do. So Call of Duty, that's just the way it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunny Ashika would be better than any iteration of Fortune's Keep for sure.
Fortune's Keep is, especially the revamped version that they just made strictly worse, not good. Yeah, so F's in the chat for Ashika, but yeah, they write a lot of words about it. I don't know. Whatever. And then what do we got next here, buddy?
Next up, it's here, guys. It's just
official.
about here. The last couple days, especially, all of the Black Ops 6 teasers are here. So they've been going kind of bonkers with the advertising. There's a lot of stuff happening, but kind of a short little TLDR. There is a new website called thetruthlies.com. You can open it up.
Whoa.
It is a television. And on that television there, you got some little buttons, right? So you can hit the buttons, you can turn up and down the volume, you can go through the channels, and it shows little teaser videos on each one. And it's kind of like what's going on in the world around this time, which is Black Ops 6 is going to be based in the Gulf War era. So it's these cute little, really well done videos.
Dude,
and Raz is playing one of them right now.
God damn it, Activision, you did it again.
Their
do it every
marketing
year. Department is just S tier. God
they
damn
go crazy.
it. This is such a cool website, dude. The TV, the little buttons. Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow.
It is it's a video of these guys wearing dark outfits going to Mount Rushmore at night and rappelling down, and over Mount Rushmore, the eyes, they put up big banners, and those banners on the 4 humans there say "The truth lies," and it's the Black Ops little image on the last one.
Yeah.
So they do that, and then there's been a bunch of marketing for it in New York City today. There was a little van, like a news type van, driving real slow around the streets, and it's like graffiti spray painted on the side, and it says "The truth lies."
Yeah.
A bunch of little things. So, of course, excellent marketing. They're really hyping up this game, and they should, because this will have the longest development time of any COD in recent memory.
Yeah,
I mean, this game had a full extra year, a full development cycle plus an extra year. So, I hope they're hyping this up because they know this could be one of the best CODs ever. Already hearing little things here and there, which maybe we'll do a Patreon episode probably in the next month or so about that. But there have been some little leaks out. It's already getting to like the things where people are like, the movement and like the things you can do this year will be crazy. Like MW3 and Warzone, the movement feels good right now. It feels fast. It feels fluid. And again, everyone's saying like Treyarch's game, like this, if you see gameplay, it looks crazy what you can do, the speed of everything. So excited for all that. But yeah, so with that, we've learned the reveal date of June 9th. There will be an Xbox Games Showcase at 10 a.m. Pacific. And immediately after that, they're having something called Black Ops 6 Direct.
Whoa.
Which is their whole little reveal.
Yeah.
So not sure to what extent, what exactly they'll show us. If it's just going to be, a stupid little trailer, if they're going to actually go through and like show multiplayer gameplay, if they're going to surprise, have content creators flown out to do like a little, gameplay, a live little gameplay or something. I don't know. But regardless, that's the official reveal, June 9th. And certainly at that point, we'll get the release date for the video game. So very excited. It's coming, man. A lot of excitement around this game.
They are so good every time at their marketing campaigns, man. This one's even better than usual, even by COD standards, though, I think. This is really cool and interesting. I was going through that TV. If you are watching the video version, or if you're listening, you won't know this, but I went to the website and I was flipping through the channels and stuff on there. And it's really well done, dude. There are like 4 channels that have something on them. There's like the volume control, all that stuff. This is cool. This is super cool. And I'm very excited. And we're getting that teaser. You said, June 9th at Xbox Games Showcase.
June 9th, buddy.
That's soon, dude.
What?
That's soon.
That's a Sunday. What are they doing?
Oh, no.
They can't do a reveal on a Sunday. That's never been done.
It's better than doing it on a Wednesday, which is when they've been doing all kinds of stuff.
It's going to be a reveal of a trailer, which is going to reveal the actual multiplayer trailer, which is coming in September. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. I would love to see gameplay of this video game because this needs to live up to the hype. It just has to. if this game isn't good, then Treyarch is no longer a good studio.
That's what
their
it
last
comes down
game
to.
sucked.
Yeah.
The game before that sucked. But, still everyone sucks them off and says Treyarch is the best. But realistically, they haven't made a game that the overwhelming majority of people enjoy for a long ass time. So,
but they've
I think
also not gotten. They've been shafted.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Now that they've had the whole development cycle and more, if they're that great of a studio, this game should go crazy. And I have good faith that it will.
I have faith that it's going to be solid as well. Yeah. However, let's not forget, David Vonderhaar, will not be in charge. So it is Treyarch still.
Little bro's gone, yeah.
But it's Sans Vundy. So is the new head gonna drop the ball? It's possible. It's possible, but I think it's unlikely. I'm very excited. On June 9th, that reveal thing, don't expect anything besides lore, really. We're not gonna see like a UI, certainly. Probably not even gonna really see gameplay. If we do, it's gonna be so cinematic that you can't really glean anything from it. But it's the start. And one thing gameplay related we could learn from it, although I don't care about this stuff, but I know a lot of you guys do, is what weapons will be in the game. So if people are using, I don't know, whatever, some gun, the honey badger, for example, like you guys might get excited about that. That might be revealed in this June 9th thing. But beyond that, we're not going to get any crazy gameplay details. But I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. And Gulf War, I don't know if we've had a Gulf War Call of Duty before.
Treyarch.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It's fertile soil for...
Is it? Yeah.
For some lore. Yeah. Not literally, no. It's in... Kuwait and Iraq. So for those of you who don't know, by the way, I'm an expert. I watched a YouTube video. It's like 2 hours, so I'm an expert now on the Gulf War.
Are you?
Yeah, Saddam invaded Kuwait because he owed them, because Iraq, which he was the dictator of, owed them a bunch of money. And they were also very rich, Kuwait, because they have a bunch of oil, but they had a trash military. So they just got their pockets ran, actually. So he goes into Kuwait, robs them, basically. And then the United States and a bunch of other UN countries were like, hey, man, you can't just annex other countries for money. You can't do that. That's not allowed. And then there was the Gulf War. That was what happened. Then America went there. It is that simple. And it was also over in like 3 months or something. It was like sort of a war, but it was an SBMM off lobby for the United States.
Was it? Yeah.
They were VPNing. Iraq just got ran through. It was not Afghanistan. It was not the Cold War. It was not Vietnam or World War II. It was a thrashing. So
there's nowhere to hide, man. It's just a flat desert. They ain't got anywhere to go.
Yeah, and they don't have planes
Afghanistan,
either.
they can hide in their caves.
Right.
Vietnam, they hide in their holes and their little jungles.
Yeah. There was like a war crime, I guess.
They know where to go.
Where they were all retreating back to Iraq with their tanks on a highway. Because like you said, nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
So we just came and just strafed the whole freeway.
Did we do a war crime?
Blew up all the tanks, killed just thousands of retreating soldiers. Yeah.
Oh, no.
The guy whose video I watched said it was an absolute war crime, although no one was ever prosecuted, of course. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
The United States does not commit war crimes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only other countries do.
Never convicted. If you guys want to watch that video, by the way, which I found super interesting, stop. It's in our Discord. I linked it in our Discord in the... Where did I link it? Oh, I thought I linked it in politics, but I didn't. I linked it in the History channel. And it's by this guy named Sean Munger. Persian Gulf War explained. So it was interesting. But anyways, whatever. The point is, there hasn't been a COD there, at least that I remember. So that'll be cool. And also the era of guns. I am curious to see what they do with that. Because when you have a modern game like MW3, you can add guns like, the MK47 or something, because they're like modern weapons. And in a World War II game, you can't do that, but you can just add fake attachments that didn't exist to old guns. And that always felt super goofy. That was our big complaint about Vanguard. You could put like a 180 round drum mag on a PPSH. That didn't exist. That wasn't possible. That was weird. But Gulf War is like the 90s. So what kind of guns are we rocking? What kind of attachments are we rocking? They'll be modern enough, I think, for the average player. They'll be modern enough for me as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's a game, so it won't matter. There will be an AK, there will be an M4 type gun,
Right.
and they'll have plenty of lovely attachments, I'm sure. But yeah, also this game will not share attachments and everything though, like we have now. So we'll go down that rabbit hole at some point soon too, of what's going to happen with Warzone with all the guns or attachments
and the creator class, dude. Are we getting pick 10? Are we not? Are we getting some kind of hybrid?
Yeah, that I don't
Treyarch
remember hearing
with
anything about
those.
yet. I don't know if there has been any leaks, but if there's been anything about like the perks, I don't think I've heard any of that. So find out. But yeah, last thing on that too, Raven has been helping Treyarch develop this game, I guess. So all they said is our team is super proud to be partnering with Treyarch on the next Call of Duty chapter, Black Ops 6.
Emoji, they're so dumb.
So maybe this is also why it seems like they've gone somewhat quiet at times in Warzone. I don't know. But also it's probably just they're helping with like single player campaign type of stuff, I guess. But we'll see.
Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, very excited. And that week should be super interesting for the pod, hopefully. But that's pretty much it. So other than that, we got a couple of announcements. First and foremost, we got some new patrons. We got a new patron. Welcome, Peter S., our annual gold patron. Going straight to annual. Peter, we appreciate it. Petey boy, very kind of you.
Thanks, Pete.
Welcome aboard. And we'll have a lot cooking for you this coming week. And Patios has gone back to Obsidian. An absolute god, Chad King, demon, bald person also.
He has a lot of hair.
Well, he shaved it and posted a picture, I think. So he's bald now.
Lot. Damn it. Yeah. Bald.
Yeah.
Bald Pat. LOL bald.
LOL bald. Upgrading to Obsidian, an absolute god. Thank you, brother. We appreciate the support that is above and beyond, and we love you. And welcome back to the Obsidian Yacht, a very exclusive Discord channel. If you are a patron, by the way, join the Discord, or if you're not, but if you are a patron, join the Discord especially, and link your account. It's very easy. There's a guide in Discord on how to do it. You'll get access to exclusive channels. We've done a behind-the-scenes episode this week, which we did release, and it was interesting, and it's garnered a lot of feedback. And I have not replied to most of the feedback yet, but I'm reading all of it. We are taking it under advisement. We are giving it serious consideration. And a lot of you guys gave very thoughtful, like, well thought out, long messages on that topic, and I appreciate it. So Tanner and I are gonna dive more deeply into that on Monday. But yeah, we are reading it, even if we're not replying yet. We will. But thank you for the feedback on that. If you want to know, this sounds kind of serious. What are they talking about? Patreon.com/thedropshot. Go Damascus and you'll get access. You can go listen. Because it is serious. Deadly serious.
Deadly, huh?
Yes. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Ad-free episodes, early access episodes. And for all of our tiers of patrons, we will have a lot of EPs cooking and coming out next week. We were going to record one yesterday, but we didn't. Because Jake and Cope baited us. So instead, what we're going to do is we've made them play more COD, and we're going to do a bonus episode roundtable. Never done before. Did I ask Cope or Jake if they're going to do that this month? Sure didn't. No, actually, I sure didn't. But I'm committing to it now, so they are now committed to it also. Has your guys' moms ever done that? Where you're like at a baby shower and your mom's like, oh yeah, my son will help you whatever, format your computer. No problem. And it's like, hey bitch, don't volunteer me. Don't volunteer me.
Yeah,
I didn't sign
she can't
up for
consent
this.
for you. That's borderline illegal, brother. She
It's
can't be
abusive.
doing that.
It's abusive, and we're abusing Jake and Cope. And maybe Lag if he wants to come too, if he can play the game again.
His kid will be screaming in the background.
Put it up for
crying.
adoption. You live in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. Do something with it. Yeah. Do something
Give it to
else
a good American family so it doesn't have to be raised in Canada. So anyways, yeah. Well, nonetheless, we will have some bonus eps rolling absolutely out next week. We're definitely going to do at least one on COD, probably two. Maybe one on like BO6 leaks we've gotten so far or speculation. That's possible. We're going to look and see how much there would be to talk about there. One is definitely going to be about the game itself. We've been playing a lot recently this week, kind of catch up on everything. And then one will be on X-Defiant as well, which I've downloaded but not played yet. But there's a lot of hubbub about that. By the time the X-Defiant episode comes out, by the way, the game will already be done and dead. So,
you think?
Yeah. Because it has no longevity, which I will almost certainly be reiterating in that episode after having played it. But we haven't played it yet. It's probably what it's looking like for our last bonus ep. So that is all, boys and girls. Thank you for watching and listening. Once again, Peter and Patio, thank you, boys, for the patronage. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Stay humble.
Stay humble.